I'm going to show you guys how to do this cool little scrape thing off the toms. Also, if you dig videos like this, please like and subscribe, and check out my book, Tactical Drumming Groove Survival Guide. I'll put a link for it in the description. Okay, so let's dig into this. This is actually, well, I don't want to call it a simple concept, but basically you need to be able to play a double stroke, and I'll also put a link for that and how to play a double stroke. But I want to show you that in order really to scrape off the drums, which is just basically going back and forth very quickly, or from the snare to the floor tom, or between the toms, right? To be able to move quickly like that around the drums, right, really requires you, especially with a little bit of speed, really requires very powerful double strokes. And what I mean by that is, one of the techniques that I use in my double strokes is I make sure that I'm using my fingers, and so when I'm dropping the stick, right, I'm supporting that second stroke up with my fingers, and so I'm getting this second stroke. So I've got one stroke. If you notice, when I hit it, I hit the drum. In this case, I'll hit on the hi-hat, right? I'm going to hit that, but if I was to just take that stick and just drop it, right, try to get it without kind of letting my fingers be free, then I gently wrap my fingers around the stick, supporting that second stroke, right? And I'm doing actually a little bit of push-pull where I'm pretty much bringing my fingers back up, right? And trying to get a powerful double stroke out of it. So that's the first thing you want to be able to do, is be able to play basically double strokes with a little bit of power and prowess. So if I'm playing double strokes on the snare, right? And the quicker you can play them, the more you'll be able to move around the drums, right? Faster, or whatever, right? So you get the idea. So now, how am I doing the scrape? So when I'm doing the scrape, all I'm actually doing is I'm keeping the same exact technique, but I do keep my palm down. And you'll notice sometimes I'll kick my elbow out just a little bit. So what I'm doing is I'm coming up and I'm playing that double stroke, but I'm letting the stick kind of flow over the drum. So I'm still supporting that second note, but the thing is, in order to do it quickly, right, I need to practice that. And so what I'll do sometimes, I'll just play this rhythm right here, just like a double stroke. Then I'll bounce it off the tom. Now you notice the tendency is I want to almost like push down this way. You can't do that. You need to make sure you keep really this fairly straight, right, so that the technique stays good and the palm stays down. Let it go over smoothly, right? Same is true when I'm moving from the snare to the floor tom. You'll notice, especially hopefully on the video, you can see that there's this arcway that happens, right? That's pretty smooth. It's a smooth motion, right, back and forth from drum to drum. And a good way, the way I like to practice these, and of course you can also do it with the left hand, right? Or whatever. Now one of the things you notice is that sometimes it's a little bit inaccurate, right? So I might hit on the edge or in the center, or wherever that kind of moves around. The key is to try to get it from the front, but sometimes you're going to be a little bit off of the center. That's going to happen a little bit with this, and you can obviously practice that as it comes about. So exercises to do this with, I like to use puttitas. That's right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. And I'm just going to play it off each drum, right? Keep the left hand on the snare. So right, right, left, right, right, left. Then snare, right, snare, floor tom, left. Then I can play it also using floor tom, left, right, or left, left, off the toms. Right, and then you can mix it up, obviously, and use another way, or whatever you want to do, right? So basically using that two things. Now, the stuff I did at the beginning was either based off of this puttita pattern, or doing rolls, right? Now I want to note, on the toms, playing those rolls is pretty tough, right? You got to really dig in to get a lot of power out of the rolls. So one thing that is also a good thing to do is just sit there and play rolls, but on like the high tom. Then play them on the floor tom. And then move them around. And that's basically how you do scrapes on the drum.